So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. We've got a screen to the running back. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
Jackson now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Texas A&M. And to the house he goes. It's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field. Maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. Gets his running back. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that first down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Lamar out of the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That is exactly what they needed, Brock. The throw that gets him stabilized after a disastrous miscue early.
You know I love when coordinators show that kind of confidence, quickly reestablishing it with his quarterback, and now he can start playing like that pick 6 never happened.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Continuing to move past the 45. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
And the Ravens first down.
Right up the gut. They're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He lost the football. And the Steelers get to it. That return finally ends, Brock, as they take it all the way back into the red zone.
What do defenses preach all the time? Scoop and score, scoop and score, scoop and score. Well, that was an amazing scoop. It was nearly a score after a huge return on that fumble.
Check, let's go now. Let's go.
Malone back in the backfield, and they get it to him. And not much more there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Okay,
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back. Cowboy 80.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, go.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Ready.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Let's go.
Here we go with Johnson. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Yeah, you sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Hey. 76, go.
Gets it again. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Carried by Spears to start the drive. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
That'll be the end of 1 in this AFC North battle. The Steelers have played to an early lead. We'll return to Pittsburgh right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter. Ravens in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. Cut out left. And he's taken down at the 30. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He has room past the 25. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route for a net.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 1-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Mecole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check, Panthers. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just 1 play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready.
Now an inside give to Johnson. No up the middle, none outside either, Brock. So give him just 2 yards on that carry. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready? Craft all 80.
This time it's a passing play. Finds him on the crossing route. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Go! Cowboy 80.
They'll run here on first down. Give him time on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready? Let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
3rd and 10 coming up, Brock. We've arrived at our 2-minute warning. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down.
Let's go. Get up.
Up, air it out on 3rd. It's the 1st and more. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk set.
Blowing back into the handoff. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
You see that?
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Blitz coming, Lamar. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Has it at the 7. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And he's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making a one-score game before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route, just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Steelers have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Catch. Ready?
First and 10, looking to throw. And even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Crack up.
To throw here on first down. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Go.
Working on first down. This is cut downfield by Rice. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Ready? Go.
From the red zone on first. This one's caught. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Oh, put some heat on this deep. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Steelers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Hardman with a return. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Get it!
Bone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Man, those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's held it just a yard.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Back to throw now. That's low and bounces short of his man. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Let's go. Dragon. 60 by 60.
Here he goes, third and long. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 20-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Now a give running right. And just before he can get the first, they escort him out. So it's going to be second and looks like less than a yard.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Lamar off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Let's see how that last incompletion affects this third down call. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. First down, here's Lamar. Connects on the crosser. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lamar out of the pistol. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. In a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
first and 10 at the
New set of downs for him from the 31. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Lamar throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson yet again. He completes it in traffic. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Spears takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a Tyjae Spears touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Pass play coming here. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now 3rd and 12.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. The Steelers set to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. They can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
At their own 36-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Little left side cut by Douglas. And there's not going to be a to score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run. Catch made. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
A gain of 9 in the play. It's 3rd and goal.
2 yards standing between this unit and 6. Here's 3rd and goal. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Now it's Lamar. And that is Cox. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Austin. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that, right near the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Hand off to the back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now we'll give to Spears, coming left. He's going to bring this down to their 35. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First down, Ravens.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? But great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Slot man motioned over. Blitz coming, Lamar. Short pass brought in. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first. They're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
On first down, Spears. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
That play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to throw it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 4th-quarter lead. It's a Tyjae Spears touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down. Brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers down by 7. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll throw it. Washington, left side. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Complete out to the right. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. Ready, ready.
Now we're on the counter. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. If there's room for more, then they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Setting up to pass. Escapes his grasp. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. All in his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll try and punch it in. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
Okay, ready?
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Cut. Ready.
Here he is to throw. Avoids the sack. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
On the jump.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
On the ready.
5th DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on 3rd and goal.
Go.
Throwing now. Escapes the pocket. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you could look at the facial expressions of the 2 sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Coach did not hesitate there. He held up those 2 fingers right away. They're going to try for this win. They're in field goal range, but it's intercepted. Picked off. That's Teddy Buchanan. And he's up to the 7-yard line as he gets all down. That was to push this to a field goal game, Brock, but still, they have the lead with very little time left on the clock.
And now, Kate, you just need to prevent some type of Music City miracle play on this kickoff. Squib it, boot it, put it through the uprights on the other, and whatever it takes, just don't give them life. Don't set them up for any type of miracle.
It's only a handful of seconds left. They have time for this and a single snap. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. This one left for Lamar. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.